Imagine standing at the helm of your company's finances, armed with clear strategies and actionable insights that not only guide your organization toward its financial goals, but also foster collaboration and confidence among every stakeholder. In today's complex business landscape, mastering budget preparation is not just an administrative task, it is the cornerstone of financial success. Welcome to this in-depth guide on effective budget preparation and financial management, where we demystify the process and empower you with the tools to build a robust financial blueprint for your organization. At the outset, consider this. How can you ensure that every dollar is accounted for and that your business is ready to meet both expected challenges and unforeseen opportunities? The answer lies in aligning every element of your budget with your organizational policies, engaging in proactive stakeholder consultation, and utilizing both qualitative and quantitative forecasting techniques. Throughout our journey today, we will explore these critical components and show you how to convert abstract financial concepts into clear and actionable plans. Let's begin by examining the foundational element of any robust budget: stakeholder consultation. This process is integral to setting up a budget that truly reflects the ambitions and realities of your organization. Consultation is more than just a meeting. It is a structured dialogue that promotes understanding and goodwill among decision makers. Through open communication, you can clarify expectations, negotiate realistic targets, and secure commitments that enhance collaboration across your organization. Stakeholders, ranging from senior management to department heads, provide the insights necessary for an accurate financial forecast, ensuring that the budget mirrors both strategic priorities and operational realities. The process of stakeholder consultation begins with identifying the key individuals and departments that will influence your budget. Prioritize your stakeholders by assessing their knowledge, interest in the project, and their potential to affect outcomes. Once identified, address their specific needs by selecting the appropriate methods of communication: face-to-face meetings, virtual discussions, or even daily updates. In doing so, you not only gain precious insights, but also build a foundation of trust that is essential for implementing budgetary decisions effectively. Once you have aligned your stakeholders, the next critical step is to confirm your budget objectives with your organizational policies and procedures. Budget objectives serve as the strategic targets that define the purpose of your budget. They create a forward-looking blueprint for a company's financial roadmap and ensure that every financial estimate supports the greater goals of the organization. In aligning these objectives, you must ensure that each financial target, whether it is the maintenance of cash flows or the optimization of revenue streams, fits seamlessly with the company's policy framework. This harmonization establishes consistency and provides a clear measure of success. Think of your budget objectives as the compass that directs all subsequent actions. They help set measurable goals and milestones, which are vital for tracking progress. When sufficiently aligned with your organizational policies, these objectives enable your business leaders to make critical decisions, adjust strategies, and navigate through periods of financial turbulence. Your detailed plan becomes a strategic blueprint that guides start-to-finish operations, ensuring that every assumption, whether based on historical trends or current market conditions, is validated and in sync with the overarching corporate vision. Having established your objectives, the next area of focus is forecasting, a crucial component in the budgeting process. Forecasting is the art and science of predicting future financial performance using both past and present data. It is a decision-making tool that mitigates uncertainties by generating reliable financial estimates. Forecasting employs a diverse array of techniques that fall into two primary categories: qualitative and quantitative methods. The qualitative forecasting approaches rely on expert opinions and market research when historical data is scarce or non-existent. Techniques such as panel consensus, which encourages multiple experts to generate a comprehensive view, and the Delphi method, where a series of questionnaires refines the collective input, are essential for capturing nuanced trends. Other methods, including market research and visionary forecasts, allow decision-makers to use both data and instinct to map potential outcomes. Conversely, quantitative methods bring scientific rigor into the process by using statistical models such as straight-line techniques, moving averages, and various forms of regression analysis, both simple and multiple. The real power of forecasting emerges when you combine the intuitive insights from qualitative methods with the data-driven precision of quantitative approaches. This comprehensive forecasting framework enables you to prepare a budget that is not only accurate but also adaptable to the shifting market dynamics. The resulting financial estimates can then inform key components of the budget, thereby giving a clear picture of cash flows, expenditures, and revenue projections. Speaking of components, no budget is complete without a detailed understanding of its core elements: cash, expenditure, and revenue. These budget components serve as the building blocks of your financial plan. Cash, the lifeblood of any business, represents liquid assets that can be readily accessed. It is critical to monitor cash flows to ensure that the business can meet its short-term liabilities and seize opportunities when they arise. Expenditure, on the other hand, encompasses the funds used to drive day-to-day operations, manage inventory, and cover operating costs. Finally, revenue, the inflow of funds from sales and other income sources, is the metric by which financial success is ultimately measured. Precisely defining these components is essential to constructing a well-balanced budget that illuminates how each aspect of the business interconnects and supports overall strategic goals. Once the components are clearly defined, data sourcing becomes the next crucial step. Reliable data is the foundation of valid forecasts and, consequently, effective budgets. Sources can include historical financial statements, audited reports, economic forecasts, and even industry benchmarks. Accurate data ensures that assumptions used in the budgeting process are grounded in reality, which in turn minimizes errors and avoids deviations that could compromise financial performance. Collaborating with experts and consulting with various departments to verify information further strengthens the credibility of your budget. But a budget is more than just numbers. It is a dynamic instrument that requires continuous monitoring and adaptation. This brings us to the incorporation of timeframes, milestones, and performance indicators into your budget. Establishing clear timeframes, whether monthly, quarterly, or annually, breaks down an annual budget into manageable segments. This seasonal breakdown allows you to closely monitor spending patterns, revenues, and deviations from forecasts. It provides a structured approach to reviewing progress and enables timely corrective actions when necessary. Milestones are specific checkpoints within the budgeting timeline. They serve as markers that verify whether the plan is on track. They could include periodic reviews, set payment dates, or specific revenue targets. Identifying these key milestones early in the process can help ensure that performance is in line with expectations and that any variances are quickly addressed. In tandem with milestones, performance indicators, KPIs, act as quantifiable measures to evaluate the success of the budgeting process. KPIs, whether they are lagging indicators like net profits or leading indicators such as cash flow trends, enable your organization to objectively assess its performance and adjust strategies accordingly. As your budget begins to take shape, practical documentation and clear reporting become paramount. Creating a well-formatted budget document not only aids in transparency, but also facilitates efficient communication with stakeholders. A professional format outlines the structure of the budget, detailing each component, the underlying assumptions, and the associated milestones and KPIs. Whether you're preparing a master budget that consolidates data from different departments, or detailed operating and cash budgets, consistency in formatting and clear documentation are critical. Such clarity ensures that everyone from senior management to operational teams understands the financial plan, thereby reducing confusion and fostering aligned decision-making. The process of documentation goes hand in hand with budgetary control. Budgetary control is the system that tracks actual performance against the budget, highlighting any variances and identifying potential issues early on. Regular comparisons between forecasts and actual results provide critical insights into the company's financial health. When variances arise, identifying root causes becomes essential, whether they are related to pricing issues, changes in product volume, or unexpected expenses. With this information, you can develop and implement corrective actions that realign performance with the budget. This continuous cycle of monitoring, analyzing, and adjusting not only bolsters financial discipline, but also encourages proactive management of the fiscal landscape. Consider the practical applications of these principles. A company that successfully integrates forecasting techniques with structured stakeholder engagement and rigorous documentation transforms its budgeting from a mundane administrative process into a strategic tool. For instance, by breaking down an annual budget into monthly segments, the company can identify short-term deviations and make adjustments that safeguard long-term profitability. Such practices ensure not only that immediate financial obligations are met, but also that strategic investments are made in tune with market trends and operational needs. Throughout this process, the role of communication cannot be overstated. After preparing and documenting your budget report, it is essential to effectively distribute the information to both internal stakeholders and external partners. Clear and concise communication helps build a strong understanding of the financial plan, ensuring that all parties are aware of their responsibilities and the overall objectives. Whether it is through formal presentations, detailed reports, or simplified infographics, making financial information accessible to all levels of the organization promotes a culture of accountability and continuous improvement. Of course, challenges will arise. In many organizations, resistance can emerge when long-standing practices are questioned or when financial constraints are introduced in the budgeting process. The true test of an effective budget lies in how these challenges or conflicts are handled. Instead of viewing negotiation or stakeholder disagreements as roadblocks, they should be seen as opportunities to refine and improve your financial strategy. By preparing thoroughly, listening carefully, and negotiating with a clear understanding of both sides' needs, you create a win-win scenario that not only improves the budget's accuracy, but also bolsters confidence in the financial management process. Imagine a scenario in which an organization struggles with fluctuating market demands and uncertain revenue projections. Stakeholders might initially resist changes to the traditional budgeting process, preferring familiar methods that are no longer effective. With a structured approach that incorporates both qualitative insights and quantitative analysis, however, these conflicts can be transformed into constructive discussions. Negotiation becomes a tool to pinpoint discrepancies, validate assumptions, and build a consensus around realistic financial goals. The resolution is not merely financial stability, it is a reinforced culture of collaboration and proactive management that positions the organization to thrive even in uncertain times. As we approach the conclusion of our guide, let us reiterate the key pillars of effective budget preparation. Purposeful stakeholder consultation, alignment of budget objectives with organizational policies, the integration of diverse forecasting methods, and the diligent documentation and breakdown of the budget into manageable segments. Each of these elements plays a crucial role in transforming the budgeting process from a static, one-off task into a dynamic, continuously evolving strategy that supports the entire organization. Remember that a well-prepared budget is more than a document. It is a living roadmap that guides every financial decision and operational strategy. With clear milestones, rigorous performance indicators, and regular reviews, you ensure that your company not only meets its financial targets, but also remains agile in the face of change. Regular monitoring and the practice of budgetary control turn potential variances into opportunities for growth and improvement. As we close, let this message resonate. By mastering detailed budgeting techniques, you are not just crunching numbers, you are building a resilient financial structure for your organization's future. Embrace thorough stakeholder engagement, adopt robust forecasting methods, and document every step with clarity and precision. This is the blueprint for financial success and operational excellence. Engage with stakeholders, implement the forecasting techniques discussed, and follow the structured processes to prepare, review, and manage budgets effectively.